And how about that for some fireworks?
The fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. For the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through for a solid gain.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try the air now with Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
The Chargers field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a run with Singletary. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 36. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coach...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And 9 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Bills 6, Chargers 3.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
6-yard line.
Still 15 yards to go. Second down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Again, the ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing is Allen on third. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For a Buffalo Bills.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
By the Chargers.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert has it knocked free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50, the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Recovered by
So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
56, 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Steve. Check.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Ball carrier.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on...
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Linval Joseph on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to go deep for Beasley. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Incomplete on the jump ball.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 7. At the
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll run here with Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side.
Herbert's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a game.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On the play.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Austin Eckler, the ball.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Gain of 4 yards.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Flush to his right. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. One receiver left, that's Allen. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Taylor a handoff, it's Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Charger field goal, a 21-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check. Alert, alert, alert. Kill.
Singletary again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 2nd and 9, Allen looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's a gain of
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Herbert on first down now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They'll run on first down. Singletary. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30.
They go right back to Singletary.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Jump 10. 5 wide.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They run here with Singletary, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. We knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Third down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Forced out of bounds and sacked. A loss of 2 yards. It's second down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They run with Jackson out of the gun. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This a long one in the elements here in the snow. And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Joe Reed returning. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On second down, Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Once more, here's Eckler. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down.
And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On the play. And the Chargers first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jackson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Taron Johnson brought him down. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
an extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Third down, here's Eckler. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. They go with the ground game, pick up the first. Now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. 10 more there and another first down.
He's tackled.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. He'll get this to Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So, for the Chargers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.